Hey grade 11s, welcome back to part 2 of our unit notes here, our lesson notes. Just for reference, we just finished this lesson, first half of it, okay, starting to budget, and we are going on to the third page of the notes here. So it's part 2 of this lesson. If you have not watched part 1 already, please go back and do that. This will not make sense until you do that. Okay, so we're going to talk today about some specific examples. Okay, actually do some computation here. So Taida earns a net monthly salary of $1,735. She's going to place 15% of her money into savings each month because she's an excellent saver and wants to make sure she can pay for any variable expenses. So how much money does she put into savings each month? Remember that 15% is equal to 0.15 as a decimal. Okay, so we're going to take that amount of money, $1,735, and we're going to multiply by 0.15 to get her total savings. And I am just going to grab my calculator here, and we're going to type that in. Okay, so 1,735 times 0.15, and that gives me $260.25. That doesn't look like a dollar sign. Let's try that again. Okay, so that's how much she's saving per month. And how much money will she have left over each month to pay her bills? So we're saying that after she saves this much, how much of this original amount will she have left to save her bills? Her bills. So we're going to say that she starts with that $1,735, and then she's going to take away $260.25 to get her remaining money, I guess, like the bill paying money that's left over, and that gives me $1,474.75. Okay, and that would be how much she has per month. Okay, if she saves 15% each month, how much does she save each year? So now we're saying if we know she saves 15% each month, then we're saying how much is that per year. So we're taking that $260.25, we're going to multiply it by 12 to represent the number of years. The number of dollars per year. Oh my goodness, you guys. My brain is not totally working today, I don't think. And I'm going to punch that into my calculator as well, just to get that number, and that gives me $3,123.00 per year. There we go. All right, let's move down the page here. Talk about Carlos. This example is quite long. Okay, it's actually going to take the rest of our pages of this lesson up. Okay, so Carlos's expenses and income for 1 month are listed below. That's very important. We're just talking about 1 month. Okay, we're going to use the table to complete all of the questions. I always have a hard time choosing the colors. Like, what are people going to like? What's the nicest color on here? I don't know. I like that green, so I choose it a lot. Okay, let's determine in question A, Carlos's total income. Okay. And that we're going to do just by adding up all his income sources here. Okay, so we're going to add up that semi-monthly paycheck. And remember that getting paid was a big unit last year. Like you guys learned, or you're supposed to have learned how to calculate like your net paycheck and your gross and all that stuff. And also you should know what semi-monthly, bi-weekly, and all those things mean. So if you're having a hard time remembering those, either go back and look at your notes from last year, and if you don't have those, you can ask me, because I definitely have that information, because I also teach grade 10 essential. Okay, that's a small side note. So his total income is here. I just added up $594.62 plus $594.62, and that gave me that's total income. Okay, and then just gonna make a line here. Total expenses is everything that he's spending money on, right? So we're gonna add up all of those expense amounts in the second column. Now, it's really easy to make a mistake when you do that sort of addition, so I would really highly recommend that you do it twice, just to make sure that everything is correct, like you added all the numbers properly. Sometimes we forget a number or punch something in wrong. That's just my recommendation. Okay, I'm going to do it here. I've already done it once. This is my second time through. Okay, as I was preparing for the video, I looked at it once, and I'm just going to do it again here. Okay, So I'm just adding 445 plus 195 and so on all the way till down to the bottom. Okay, and we should get a number pretty close to 1,189.24 because it looks like he is spending kind of close to how much he's earning. Okay. All right, so when I did this, I got $985.87. Okay. Now, if I made a mistake on that, it's very possible. Okay, even though I double checked my work, it's not a bad idea for you guys to just double check, right? Like I was saying, and if you got a different number than me, once you double check, just let me know. I am going to work off of this number for this lesson because like I can't check it 7 times, of course, but I think I got it right, but if I didn't, don't worry about that. The process is the important part, okay? All right, so we are looking here if Carlos is able to save money each month. Is Carlos able to save money each month with the way he's currently spending? And if so, how much? So how we figure out savings is by taking the income and subtracting the expenses. Now, for some of you, that's going to make sense right away. If you're not totally sure why that works, it's because if you think about it, like your income is the money that you get from your job usually or whatever, and then the expenses is everything you spend. So if you take the amount of money that you earned and you subtract how much money you spent, that's going to be how much is left over for you to save, right? So that's what we're looking at here. Okay, so I'm going to take $1,189.24. And I'm going to subtract $985.87, okay? And that is going to give me $203.37. So that's awesome. So, yeah, Carlos is saving, okay? So, yes, he is saving. And then we're going to put the amount there, right? $203.37 per month. Sorry about that messiness. Classic stylus. I hope you can read that. Okay, moving down. If Carlos saved the amount from B every month, how much would he be saving every year? Okay, so again, this is just like Taida's example, the earlier one in this video. We're going to take that amount and we're going to multiply it by 12 because there are 12 months in a year. And that's going to tell us how much he's saving in total every year. Okay, so that's $2,440.44. Lots of fours. Interesting. Okay, there we go. What percentage of his income is Carlos saving each month? So we again want to look here at this number. That's how much he's saving every month, and we know that this is how much he earns every month, right? So we're going to do some division here, okay? So remember to find a percent. It's like when you find your mark on a test. You're going to take what he saved divided by what he earned, and you're going to multiply it by 100%, okay? So I'm going to have to scroll up and down a couple times, I think, to remember those numbers, but let's see if I can get it. Oh boy, I already forgot the decimal. Let's have to go up. Okay, 24 cents. Okay. Okay, and we're going to multiply that by 100%. Okay, so remember, this is just like if you got 203 out of 1,189 on a test, and then you're going to multiply by 100% to get your mark. That's the same kind of idea here. Okay, we're just finding a percentage. So 203.37 divided by 1,189.24, and then multiply by 100% is 17.1%. So this means that Carlos is an excellent saver, okay? Like way above average. 10% is kind of like the rule of thumb from what I know. And if you're able to save more than 10% per month, that's amazing. Okay, so Carlos is super awesome, A+ saver. Carlos hopes to buy a Nintendo Switch package, including some games and a nicer controller, in 1 year from now. The Switch package will cost him $850 with tax. How much does he need to save each month to buy the package in 1 year? Okay, so here we go. We want to buy an $850 item, or package in this case, and we want to know how much to save per month. It means we're going to divide by 12. That's going to tell you how much every month he needs to save. Okay, so I'm just dividing $850.00 by 12 on my calculator, and that gives me $70.83 per month. Okay, and then last but not least, Carlos wants to save more money each month than he currently is. List 3 changes he could make in order to save more money. So let's go back to this table and reference what his monthly life looks like. What is he spending his money on? How much does he earn, etc. Okay, so usually when you want to save more money, like we talked about in the first video, if you are needing to save more money, you either need to increase your income or decrease your spending. Okay, and so we're going to look at his spending and see what he could decrease, and then we can also talk about increasing income. So, in expenses, what could he decrease? Well, we're seeing entertainment here. That's definitely not essential. And we're also seeing clothing here, and we're also seeing miscellaneous other. Okay. Now, the reason I didn't highlight the other stuff, rent, groceries, utilities, transportation, and cell phone bill, is because those are fairly essential, right? Like, you need to pay your rent to live, and you need to buy groceries to eat, and all that kind of stuff. But those 3 here are not as essential. So I'm going to list 2 of those as 2 changes. So he could spend less on entertainment or spend less on clothing. Okay, those are 2 options. Okay, let's try and spell properly here. Entertainment. Spend less on clothing. Or, like we talked about, he could also get another job, right? Or work more hours, okay? So let's get another job or work more hours. And the reason we're saying that is because this will allow him to bring more money into his bank account each month, whereas 1 and 2 will decrease the amount going out. Okay, so those are kind of the 2 options. All right, so I know that's a super long lesson. Thank you for sticking with me through it. The next lesson is the real fun part, and this is going to lead us to our project. Okay, so I'm going to record and upload these videos for creating a budget in, the next couple days. You can also expect an assignment relating to this lesson that we just finished, okay? And then the one for creating a budget, I'm not going to do its own assignment unless you would prefer that. I'll probably just incorporate it into the project. Okay, I hope you guys are doing well. Message me if you have any questions as always, and I'll talk to you soon.